Good afternoon, everyone, at Success at CA exam session. Today, I will be discussing key strategies to tackle integrated business solutions paper, which is a significant part of your CA final exams. This paper tests your ability to integrate various aspects of CA course into a single cohesive approach to problem solving, particularly from a strategic business perspective. By the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of structure, the purpose of this paper, and some of key strategies to help you succeed in this exam. The IBS paper, C final paper 6, follows a multidisciplinary case study format. What this means is that you will not be dealing with individual subjects like FR law or direct taxation in isolation. Instead, you will face a case that simulates real world business problems. These cases require you to apply knowledge from multiple subjects at CA final level, use strategic frameworks like Porter's five forces, value chain, business model canvas, consider both financial and non-financial factors when providing solutions. The goal of this exam is to prepare you to function as a high level decision maker, similar to a CFO or CEO of a company. So you will be expected to provide strategic advice, recommended solutions, and evaluate different options for the business scenarios presented in the case study. Now, first I will discuss with you mock test paper 2 case study 1. After this, I will discuss with you how to tackle this exam. Okay. Before going through this case study, there are some concepts which are necessary to understand. Okay. Let me start with supply chain management. A supply chain is a network that connects all steps involved in delivery of a product to a customer, whether it's raw material suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, or retailers. Each step plays a crucial role in ensuring that products are available when and where consumers want them at right place. In simple terms, a supply chain is the entire process that takes a product from raw material to final consumer. It includes raw material vendors, manufacturers, warehouses, distributors, and retailers. Every business depends on a well-functioning supply chain to stay competitive. Note, to stay competitive. If you want to stay competitive, you have a good supply chain. Okay. Any disruption can lead to a delay, higher costs, and ultimately create dissatisfaction among customers. There are two models of supply chain. First is push and second is pull. In the push model, products are manufactured based on anticipated demand. This is traditional approach. It depends upon demand forecast. Okay, it is like to similar traditional method of productions. For example, manufacturers produce products and push them through the supply chain to distributors and retailers before the customer even places an order. Pull model. In the pull model, production is based on actual customer demand, just in time. Instead of forecasting, business wait for customers' order and then manufacture the product. This model is more customer-centric model. Here it is important to note that e-commerce has made the pull model effective by allowing customers to directly influence production based on their specific needs. There are two streams in supply chain management. This diagram relates to pull model. Now, upstream supply chain. This involves supplier and procuring the raw material needed for production. Key aspects include supplier relationship management, which focuses on maintaining good relationship with suppliers to ensure timely delivery and cost control. Here it is very important to understand the word supplier relationship management. In upstream supply chain, supplier relationship management is very, very, very important. Now, another part is information technology. I will discuss with you later. Next is downstream supply chain management. In downstream supply chain management involves managing the flow of products to customer. Okay. This is from customer side. Okay. Previous one was from supplier side, from procuring of raw materials. Okay. Here, customer relationship management is very important. It means in supply chain management, there are two terminology which are very important. First is supplier relationship management and another is customer relationship management. In short, CRM. Okay. Here in both streams of supply chain management, the role of IT is very, very crucial. Okay. In upstream supply chain management, this allows businesses to source, purchase, and pay for goods electronically, reducing costs and time and improving efficiency. Many companies now use e-business platforms to streamline sales and communicate more effectively with customers. This is from customer side. Okay. For example, EDI helps link a company's sales system with its customers' purchasing systems and enabling faster transactions. Okay. Now, branding is also very important in supply chain management. Okay. Why distinctive brands are important? Why I am explaining you this? Because one MCQ relates with branding. Okay. Why distinctive brands are important? Okay. Number one, it is important for targeting different customers segment. Okay. Refer example of Jet Airways and Jetlight. Jet Airways was for premium customers and Jetlight Jet light was for budget customers. Here, airlines targeted both type of customers by maintaining different brands. Brand create perception in mind of their customers. Okay. It also helps in maximizing market share. Simultaneously, you are differentiating your product, and simultaneously you want to capture more and more market share by following low cost strategy. It also helps in customization based on your customer's need. Okay. You can also diversify your risk. Having multiple brands, you can spread your risk. You know, if you have a doubt in particular brand, then another brand can compensate the risk of the same. Suppose you have done innovation, or you have launched an innovative product. Okay. Brand, it also creates brand loyalty, and it helps in adaptation to global practices. Okay. Now, Rule 5.1 of Companies Act, it is very important. Okay. According to Rule 5.1, every listed company shall disclose in the board's report. It is from Companies Act portion, and Rule 5, you have to read with Section 197 of Companies Act. Okay. According to this rule, every listed company shall disclose in the board's report: number one, the ratio of the remuneration of each director. The ratio of remuneration of each director, okay, to the median remuneration of employees of the company for the financial year. Second, the percentage increase in remuneration of each director, CFO, CEO, company secretary, or manager in financial year. In first point, you have to disclose remuneration of each director to median remuneration of employees. In second point, you have to disclose percentage increase in remuneration of director, CEO, CFO, company secretary, or manager, if any. Third, you have to disclose the percentage increase in the median remuneration of employees in the financial year. Fourth, the number of permanent employees on the roll of the company. Number fifth, average percentile increase already made in salary of employees other than managerial person, and its comparison with percentile increase in managerial remuneration. It means you have to compare salary of employees other than a managerial person and managerial remuneration. Okay. And third is affirmation statement. Now, I am starting case study 1 of this mock test paper. And before starting this case study, first I am going to read requirement part of this case study. First, I am going to see descriptive questions. Question 1.7 says recommend the correct accounting treatment as per Ind AS 109 of the loans given to employees at concessional rate. It means we will find in this case study some particulars related with loan. Okay. When you start reading this case study, please keep in your mind you have to apply in AS 109. Okay. Second is evaluate the supply chain of Sartaj, identifying its current weakness and recommendation to overcome them. And again, when you read this case study, think in your mind from supply chain management perspectives. Okay. Now I am going to MCQs. MCQ 1 is related with presumptive risk. Of revenue recognition. Okay. Presumptive risk of revenue recognition and it relates with SA 240. Okay. Next, my MCQ relates with FEMA, annual performance report. Next, again, MCQ relates to loans to employees in accordance with the requirement of section of Companies Act 2013, and loan to companies is linked with Section 185 and 186 of Companies Act. Then again, you have to keep in mind Section 185 and 186 of Companies Act while reading this case study. Next question is why has Sartaj Hotels opted different brands? Because this part related with brand. Keep brands perspective also in mind. And this question number 1.5 is related with the Section 197 of Companies Act and with read with Rule 5.1 of Companies Act. Okay. Now I am going to start this case study. First, I will note down keywords. Okay. Why I am going to note down these keywords? Because after noting down all key components of case study, I will compile them and make solution based on them. Okay. The hospitality, the hospitality industry is a dynamic and multifaceted sector that plays a pivotal role in global economy, encompasses a wide range of services including lodging, food and beverage, tourism and event management. Known for its emphasis on customer service and experience, the industry thrives on creating memorable and personalized experiences for guests, whether through luxurious accommodations, exceptional dining, or unique recreational offerings. Despite challenges like high job mobility. Okay, it is important to note in this industry there is challenge of high job mobility. I am noting down. high job mobility. Okay. And involving consumer preferences. Also, it is important to note consumer preferences is also important. Okay. The hospitality industry continues to innovate through advancements in technology, sustainability practices, and the adoption of ESG principles. Sartaj Hotels Limited, the country's largest listed hospitality company. Okay. This is country's largest listed hospitality company. It is a listed company. Okay. Continues to demonstrate industry leading growth and consistency and conviction. This is reflected in its exceptional financial and non-financial performance, including portfolio expansion and scaling of new businesses. The company achieved this while aligning with the sustainability commitment and ESG initiative. These attributes accentuate its remarkable journey and the ways it creates value for all stakeholders. It means company consider all stakeholders. All stakeholders. Sartaj's consistency stems from its conviction in values and commitment to excellence. With over 120 years of leadership in the industry, Sartaj Hotels is renowned for its exclusive properties, flawless services, and distinctive brands. Okay, company has distinctive brands. Okay. These are embodying the cherished notion of Sartajness, create unforgettable experiences for guests. The company's deeply rooted values and rich legacy provide the confidence to reimagine the future, enabling Sartaj to grow its ecosystem with greater speed, synergy, and success, bringing delight to its customers and driving enhanced value for all stakeholders. The company has evolved from a branded house into a house of brands, offering a portfolio that includes luxury, upscale, lean luxury segments, and budget stays. This hospitality ecosystem is further strengthened by innovation and service excellence. Hotel food service has historically been an integral part of hotel business. Food service provide guests with food for consumption, business related functions, entertainment, and celebrating events. And for some hotels, food acts as an attraction in its own right. Now, food service production in hotel is primarily based on fresh produce. The perishable nature of this produce poses a challenge for hotel. Okay, please note perishable nature of food. Okay. Further complicated by presence of multiple food outlets and supply chain activities within each hotel. Additionally, hotel food is not designed to be stored for extended periods. Once prepared, it is expected to be consumed immediately or soon thereafter. It means it should be consumed immediately. The production of fresh food varies depending on the type of food services offered by individual hotels. In terms of food sourcing, two main groups of production are prevalent: push production and pull production. Push production Push production refers to services that have not been paid for in advance. These food services are available in restaurants, bar, guest rooms, or any other outlets where food can be ordered on demand. The number of these outlets varies depending on hotels' designated food outlets and other areas where food may be served. Pool production caters to services such as function, conferences, and other events that have been reserved in advance, which I told you earlier. Pool production is customer centric. It is based on customers' demand. But in push production, you have to estimate possible demand. You have to forecast and make production based on estimates, but here you are clear what you have to produce. Okay. Payments for full production services are typically made in advance, either partially or in full. When it comes to food sourcing, push and pull production have different conditions. Push production presents a greater challenge due to demand uncertainties. What I told you earlier, the data indicates that push production often involves a guessing game. It is very clear. It is a guessing game. You have to guess. Please note down, it is a guessing game. In push production, demand estimation is a guessing game. Okay. Accurately forecasting demand is considered difficult, and incorrect forecast can result in either insufficient food to sell or excessive food wastage. In contrast, full production is a more straightforward task in terms of planning for both the type and quantity of food to source. Now, head chef Head chef as creator, memory, and processor. The head chef plays a crucial role in hotel food service supply chains, being involved in the initial stage of product development through to the production stage. Okay. Head chef, head chef, head chef plays a crucial role in product development. Product development means Here, product development means menu creation, decision about how to make, recipe identification. There is difference between product development and production stage. Production stage is later stage of product development. In product development, there is idea. You have to convert that idea into actual production. Okay. The extent to which the head chef influences supply chain activities depend on the configuration of the hotel's food service supply chain, which is shaped by the hotel's organizational characteristics. Head chefs are valuable resource of the expertise and knowledge necessary for the smooth operation of the production plant and kitchen and all related activities. It means head chef is valuable resource. Who is valuable resource? Head chef. But you have read it earlier, this industry is having big challenge of high job mobility. What if head chef leaves the job? Think from that perspective when you are reading this case study. Okay. Now they function as creators, memory keepers, and processor who oversee production. Additionally, head chefs are responsible for key management areas beyond production. They are also responsible for another areas, okay, such as purchasing and inventory management. The role of head chef as a creator stems from their responsibility for writing the menu. Menu writing is form of product development. It is very important. It is very important to note menu writing, deciding menu is a form of product development, and in hotel food service, this department often appears to be intuitive. Several concepts emerged from the data that characterized the product development process. Menu not only serve as product offering but also function as a tool to achieve target gross profit. It means it is a tool. It is a tool to decide to get a desired profit based on menu. Menu is a tool to achieve a target gross profit. Chefs view menu writing as more than just a job requirement. They think about it even outside working hours and see it as a creative task. Menus were frequently changed, with some chefs updating their menus daily. These changes were not only based on inventory availability on or the chef's imagination, but also adjusted according to the price of raw materials. The frequency of menu changes is based on chef's judgment. rather than following a fixed schedule. It means chef's judgment is very, very important. Another critical management area is inventory management, is often referred to as a guessing game. Again, it is guessing game. The head chef's knowledge and experience are crucial for managing the hotel's food supply. The head chef is the person who holds the information regarding inventory management. He also holds information regarding inventory management. Common practices in hotel include maintaining minimum stock level, also a reserve or safety stock, uh, using a run out and replace strategy, which involves replenishing stock when it runs low. Hotels that offer food service around the clock, such as restaurants, bar, and room services, must always have food in stock. If raw materials are unavailable in the market, or deliveries are delayed, the hotel needs to maintain a certain amount of food to ensure production continuity. Once the inventory drops below the level gauged by the head chefs, an order is placed to restock to the minimum level. While some hotels can afford to use lean strategy, which involves running out of stock and then ordering more. There are two type of inventory management style have been discussed here. Is first case of hotel maintains minimum inventory level, and second follows lean strategy, in which they order stock based on demand. But there is risk of stock out. Okay, there are a few hotels which follow lean strategy. Now, collaboration with supplier. Suppliers not only play a crucial role in providing raw material, but some Sartaj hotels also use their suppliers in menus and brochures to add values and differentiate their product offering from competitors. It is important to note that hotels also use their suppliers in menus and brochures. Have you seen this in a flight menu? When you travel in an airlines which is following differentiation strategy, okay, you may find menu of specific brand. Okay, it's interesting to note that Sartaj Hotel maintain both traditional arm's length relationship and long-term cooperative relationship with supplier. Okay, please note long-term relationship with suppliers. Okay. Sartaj's food service outlet leveraged fresh produce, and their supplier partnership as key selling points. The company highlighted collaboration with local suppliers and producers, as well as offering specialty high quality ingredients to showcase the uniqueness of its offering. The strong relationship between chefs and suppliers were committed effectively to customers, reinforcing the Sartaj's commitment to sourcing excellence and supporting local communities. While lower raw material costs are while lower raw material costs were constantly pursued, mainly for dry goods, prices were compared across various suppliers, with the cheapest option often being selected. Sartaj used spreadsheet. Sartaj Sartaj used spreadsheet to track price uh, and select the best deals from different suppliers, which was seen as advantage as the hotel was able to buy products at lower price. Sartaj uses spreadsheet, spreadsheet to track price. Okay. In addition to making suppliers compete on price, Sartaj employed a two-supplier strategy to ensure the quality and price of certain products remained consistent. For instance, Sartaj had two suppliers for certain goods and alternated between them, as suppliers often raised prices or failed to maintain quality. Quality. Company follows two supplier strategy. Now, use of technology. Information technology in Sartaj Group hotels is minimal. Use of IT is minimum. Pen and paper are the primary tools for product planning, although some hotels use electronic data interchange with their supplier. But EDI is limited to basic operational tasks such as placing orders. The hotels rarely retain their point of sale data, and sharing such information with supplier information with supplier is almost non-existent. It means there is limited use of EDI. EDI limited use. No real-time sharing of data with supplier. Additionally, stock checking for raw materials is manually performed by physically counting inventory items, while some larger hotels utilize online ordering channels. Most rely on telephone communication for placing orders. The widespread use of telephone ordering in the hotel sector is attributed to shorter ordering time, suppliers lead time, and fact the telephoning offers two-way communication. Still, they are using telephone system to communicate. Okay. Now I am reading in-house activities. While in-house production facilities offer many benefits, have required significant investment in infrastructure, equipment, and skilled labor. Having a captive model makes it easier for implement design change and customize product according to specific customer requirement. As a result, company is less reliant on external supplier and manufacturers, reducing the risk associated with supply chain disruptions. Additionally, the company uses in-house teams. It is important to note that they use in-house team for highly trained hotel staff for food preparation. They use in-house team. They use in-house team. Think, can they outsource some item? Here, because in-house team is very expensive. Okay, here they can outsource in they can outsource some items, some standard items, okay, some lower cost items to other company. Okay, think here about outsourcing. Okay. Several years ago, Sartaj appointed Mr. Ramkrishnan as the company secretary, recognizing his extensive experience in the hotel industry, expertise in handling regulatory compliances. At the time of his appointment, the company promised him salary hike between 15 and 25% of his annual compensation package. Over the past few years, his performance has been exceptional, consistently exceeding expectation and contributing significantly to the company's operational success. It means it means because its performance is exceptional, therefore it may be presumed he is getting annual increment up to 25%. Okay. During the audit planning meeting, the auditor was informed that the entity generates substantial portion of revenue through cash sale. Okay. And there is risk because there is risk factor because company is generating substantial revenue through sales. But with annual revenue amounting to rupees 1000 crores. Key managerial personnel and senior management often face intense pressure to meet or exceed financial targets set by investors or analysts, and their remuneration is based on achieving these performance targets. The internal auditor assessed the internal control system and did not observe any deficiencies in revenue recognition process. If there is cash sale, there is doubt. There is always doubt. There is always doubt, or there is always risk, existence of risk. But internal auditor assessed there is a strong internal control system. Okay. Sartaj has a policy of providing loans to employees at a 5% annual interest rate with a loan because company is providing loan, therefore here appears as there it can be connected with section 185 and 186 of Companies Act. Okay. The market rate of interest for comparable loan is 10%. On 1st April 2024, an employee took out a loan of 10 lakhs from Sartaj with annual EMI of rupees 2.31 lakhs. Sartaj recognized the financial assets at 10 lakhs. It means there is some problem. As per Ind AS 109, this should be recognized at fair value. Value. And accrued interest at 5% for the year and received the EMI payment. The auditor raised concern. Auditor rightly raised concern about the accounting treatment adopted by the entity for recognizing the financial assets. As per Ind AS 9, as per Ind AS 109, this financial assets should be recognized at only at fair value. Okay. Next, Sartaj has an overseas subsidiary. Under FEMA regulation, Sartaj is required to file annual performance report with RBI. The APR is part of the compliance framework to ensure that investments made by entities abroad are monitored and reported accurately. If there is a foreign subsidiary, then it is necessary. If a company has has control over another company, okay, then it is mandatory to have accounts audited of that particular company. I will later connect with MCQ. Okay. Here they have given brand portfolio of Sartaj. Okay. King's Corner, India's strongest across sector, spacious suits, premium furnishing. Because it is related with premium, it means they have created King's Corner brand because of differentiation strategy. Okay, this is premium. Okay, and now come to stories. Stories is simple, better, simple, and functional design, focusing on practicality. It is related with budget travelers. Okay, this was for premium. Okay, and third one is exclusive wellness experiences such as organic spa treatments or nature immersion activities. This is for a specific sector, or I can say it is for niche market. Okay, and Hawkspox exclusive as well upscale hotels. It may be in between premium and budget hotels. Okay, so one, I can say this is number two, this is number three, this is number four. There are four different brands. Okay. Since this is a listed company, it is mandatory to give information under Section 197 of Companies Act. Read with Rule 5(1) regarding appointment and remuneration of managerial person rules. Uh, See this statement. Read this carefully. Please see, there is a company secretary. Okay. What was his name? His name was Mr. Ramakrishnan, and because his performance was exceptional, and it may be presumed that he is getting annual increment of 25%. Therefore, his remuneration should be disclosed. Okay, but here they have missed. They have missed company secretary. Okay. Next, in this statement, the percentage increase in median remuneration of employees in the past 6 months. Okay. But this should be for the financial year. Please refer this slide. The percentage increase in the median remuneration of employees. The percentage increase in the median remuneration. Please see third point, the percentage increase in the median remuneration of employees in the financial year, but they have given for past 6 months. It means this is wrong. Okay. The number of employees on March 31st, 2024 was 5756. And here it is written that the number of permanent employees, here they have to give permanent employees, but they have given total employee including permanent and contractual. Okay, again this statement is also incorrect. Okay, now let us go to MCQs one by 1. First, I am going on MCQ number 1.5 because we have discussed few points recently. Which of the following information is not in line as required under Section 197 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 51 of the Companies Act? Okay. The number of employees as on March 31st, 2024. Here we have made, here company have made permanent employees. Permanent employees. It means this statement is incorrect. The percentage increase in median remuneration of employees. The percentage increase in median remuneration of employees in the past 6 months was, but it should be of it should be based on financial year. Again, this statement is incorrect. The percentage increase in remuneration of each director, if any. Okay. This statement appears to be correct. Next is the percentage increase in remuneration of company secretary, if any, in the financial year. Yes, company merged company secretary's remuneration. Therefore, this is again not in line with the requirement of Section 197. Read with Rule 51. The ratio of remuneration of CFO to median remuneration of the employees of the company for the financial year. The ratio of remuneration of CFO to the median remuneration of employees of the company for the financial year. Let us see. Ratio of median remuneration. Please see point first, the ratio of median remuneration of each director. We have to give remuneration of each director, ratio of remuneration of each director, not of CFO, CEO. Okay, not of CFO, CEO, company secretary. Therefore, company has given a percentage increase in remuneration of CFO, but have not given ratio to median remuneration. Therefore, this statement is correct because first requirement says first point says this should be for only directors. Okay, it means this point is okay. And affirmation that remuneration is as per the remuneration policy. I think it again it appears to be correct. It is affirmed that remuneration policy is as per remuneration policy. Therefore, point number 1, 2, and 4 is not aligned with Section 197, read with Rule 51 of Companies Act. Therefore, answer will be B. Okay. Now, question number 1.4. Why has Sartaj Hotel opted for different brands such as King's Corner, Hawksbox, Story, and several line within its portfolio? Option A is to increase operational efficiency. Option B is to focus solely on high-end customer. And option C is to minimize investment in food and hospitality sector. And number four, to target different customer segment. I have already told you it is to target different customer segment. Therefore, answer D is correct. Answer C is incorrect because it is not for minimizing the investment, but it requires lot of investment. Point B is also incorrect. It is not solely for targeting high-end customer. It is also for targeting mass customers. Therefore, it is following different brand strategy. And fourth is to increase operational efficiency. To increase operational efficiency, company have to consolidate the business instead of expanding. Therefore, this point is also incorrect. Therefore, only option D is correct. Okay. Uh, Question number 1.3, MCQ number 1.3 says whether giving of loans to employees is in accordance with the requirements of Companies Act 2013. Section hold MCQ. In MCQ 1.3, whether giving the loan to employees in accordance with the requirement of the Companies Act 2013. Section 185 covers loan given to directors and any person in whom any director of the company is interested. Therefore, it is not for employees. Similarly, section 186 of the companies giving loans to employees are not covered. Therefore, section 185 and 186 is not for employees. Therefore, correct answer would be C. Section 185 of the Companies Act do not cover loans to employees, and Section 186 of the Companies Act do not cover loan to any employees. Accordingly, the employees loan are in accordance with the requirements of the Companies Act 2013. Uh, Question number 1.2, should Sartaj obtain audited financial statements of Black Pearl LLC filing the annual performance report under FEMA, which is most appropriate answer. It is if a company is having control, okay. The annual performance report should be based on audited financial statement of foreign entity. Under APR relaxation, provided from audited financial statement, if the person does not have control and local laws of foreign entity do not require mandatory audit. Thus, it is important to note that audit shall be required where Indian resident has control. When Indian resident has control, then audit is mandatory. In this case, since company is having full control on control on Black Pearl, then then it is necessary, it should be audited. Therefore, answer D is correct. For first MCQ, I have already told you there is a chance of risk because involvement of cash transaction. Paragraph 26 of SA 240 provide presumption that there are risk of fraud in revenue recognition. Further, paragraph 829 of SA 240 provide that there may be pressures or incentives on management to commit fraudulent financial reporting through inappropriate revenue recognition in the case of listed entities when the performance is measured in terms of year-to-year revenue or growth. Similarly, for example, there may be greater risk of fraud in revenue recognition in case of entities that generate a substantial portion of revenue through cash sales. Therefore, risk of fraud exists in revenue. Or option A is correct. Regarding, as I told you, let me open answer 1.8. This is for evaluation of supply chain. Okay, evaluation of supply chain. I told you there is problem in demand forecasting. Okay, the supply chain is heavily reliance on head chefs for demand forecasting. Demand forecasting, especially with respect to product variants and business volume, is not data driven. Okay, volume is not data driven. Next issue is high job mobility. As I told you earlier, if head chef leaves the job, how you will retain his knowledge? Here it is very important to capture his knowledge. Okay, if he leaves the job, then new chef new chef join have to begin from scratch. Next is low technology adoption. And fourth is time consuming and costly in-house food preparation. Okay, I have already told you there is four types of problem. First is in demand forecasting, second is job mobility problem, and third is low technology adoption, and fourth is in costly in-house food preparation. How you will counter all four these? How? You have to forecast demand based on data. You have to do data based decision making. Second, to counter high job mobility, you have to improve knowledge retention. How you will improve knowledge retention? By documenting the knowledge, by documenting the recipes, by documenting the procedure, by making SOPs. Okay. Next is increase use of information technology. It is very important to share real-time data with supplier. Okay. As I told you earlier, outsourcing part of food preparation, but which part you can outsource, which is standardized, yeah, standard type of product you can outsource, or cheap quality products you can outsource to local vendor. or routine type of task to outsource, because you may get operational efficiency. Supplier collaboration is also very important. Engaging more supplier will helpful. Again, increase hybrid model, including outsourcing. In this way, you can improve the supply chain. Or regarding first descriptive question, recommend the correct accounting treatment as per Ind AS 109 of the loans given to employees at concessional rate. First, you have to compute fair value. To compute fair value, you have to discount EMI amount with PV factor. Then you will get fair value of 8.76 lakh. In initial recognition, you will show 8.7 lakh as fair value, and balance of 10 lakhs and 8.6 lakhs, which will be equal to 1.24 lakh as staff prepaid expenses. Because Ind AS 109 says you have to show loan at fair value. In subsequent recognition, interest at the rate 10% will be accrued on the outstanding balance of financial assets every year till completion of loan account, and prepaid expenses to be amortized in the statement of profit and loss account over the tenure of the loan. Students, now I will discuss with you how to tackle this paper. Okay. In case study, you may find some annexures regarding director remuneration or news or some extracts from management's responsibility sector. You may find any MCQ or descriptive question based on that. It is part of case study. Read carefully and reply based on the questions requirement. It is very important to read instructions very carefully. Okay. If a question says evaluate, then you have to evaluate. How you will evaluate? By giving proper positives, negatives, and proper conclusions. Okay. There are three level of verbs. Level 1 says comprehensive and knowledge. Level 2 is analysis and application, and level 3 is evaluation and synthesis. Therefore, try to apply. Try to as I told you earlier, is if a question says to evaluate, then evaluate. Don't write simple answers, simple copy paste from your book. Okay. If a question says to advise, advise properly by including qualitative factors. There is Pradeep, if you have any query, you may ask. Okay. Scan the case study. Scan the case study mean go through entire case study in a go. Okay. And underline key points. Why I read entire case study and try to note key points? Because it created a mind map in my mind. After creating mind map, you can correlate all points and draft your answer. Okay. Next is a conduct thorough analysis. It is very important because first you have after reading case study, you have to find which model is applicable here. Okay. For example, in this case study, supply chain management was applicable. Okay. Apply concepts and frameworks. apply. As when I was reading questions, I come to understand there may be question based on Ind AS 109. There may be question based on Section 185, 186 of Companies Act. There may be question on Section 197 of Companies Act or and Rule 5, etc. Try to connect the information given with concept you have studied earlier. Okay. Next, plan your answer. What I was doing, when I was writing, it was my planning stage. I was planning for answer. Try to capture all keywords in your notebook, in your answer sheet, and then connect them based on the requirement of the question. Try to connect, try to write answer logically. Communicate clearly. Explain which is required. Explain to the point and clear, and highlight important words in your exam. Okay. If a question is having ethical problem, please consider it carefully. Develop time management skill. Therefore, it is very important. It is very important to pick the case study. Selection of case study is very important. If you selected wrong case study, wrong case study means typical case study or complex case study. It it is there is possibility it may not be solved from you, and it will also kill time of other case study. Therefore, selection of case study is very important. Okay. Review answer carefully. After doing your answer, please recheck your answers. Okay, and highlight your important words and utilize open book resources carefully. This is all what I have explained you, and this is very important because this is open book exam. Please prepare a please prepare an index of key points, key concepts, key topics, because it will be very helpful for you to identify particular topic in your exam. As I told you when I was reading case study, Ind AS 109, then you come to know where is Ind AS 109. You have to understand where should be, find it, because indexing is very important. Okay. This is your syllabus, and case study digest is again very important resource, and it is 40% by MCQ and 60% by descriptive questions. Okay. And for any query on this subject, you can contact us on ibs-final@ici.in and or call at 0120 3045 937. Thank you so much. This was from our side. Thank you.